Good day, good people, on a fine day in the year of the paradigm. Toon Link, who is right there. You can see him. Excellent. Good job, Toon Link. Dave, bravo, Dave. Kafka. Anomaly, the Anomalicars. Few know me as the man who was meant to do this last week, but boy, did I take a really good, really good rest. Just coming back from Chicago, but now that I'm here back home, it's time, for the first time in Season 17, to bring you Danganronpa Hunger Games OC Action M. We got ourselves the singles OCs this week. Next week, it will be Taylor bringing you guys the tag team OCs, and it should be a fantastic time on all fronts. So without further ado, we got some OCs. It's a good mix of new and old this season. I think it's close to half and half. So let's go ahead and let's actually introduce everybody, including our champion and still champion. I believe the first ever OC, singles OC, to retain that OC championship. An impressive feat. Let's see if Kiyoshi is able to do it again today. But first and foremost, I think it's time that we start this bad boy. So if you would be so kind as to, oh yeah! It has been a while since we've heard this song, but it's time to introduce some OCs, and we're starting with the hero of the AWE, created by Golden Gamer. It is the ultimate Keyblade wielder rather. It is Golden. You know Golden, you love Golden. Golden going on to fight for Golden Ticket in the AWE. And speaking of, we also have on the other side of District 1, Kyra Asata, who is created by Nicholas, the ultimate librarian. The one and only. I already said Kyra, but I want to point out, former AWE champion as well, OC champion. I believe defeated Aaron. Lost it recently to everybody's favorite Angel, who lost it recently to, we got a whole little train of OC champions in the AWE. Kyra has also been a champion in the Hunger Games too. We'll see if Kyra is able to win today. Also returning, Mizuki Ongaku. And Mizuki back yet again, the ultimate choir conductor. Which isn't really it's a good song to conduct, but I was gonna say, that's the can. That's not really a choir song. That being said, created by Star Kid Enthusiast, Mizuki is back, and they are raring to go. Mizuki, I believe, had a very great showing in one of the free-for-alls. I think came in second or third, something like that. A star in that right. Can Mizuki come up with a clutch victory today? We will see. And in the other half of District 2, we have Kokoro, for the first time. Yeah, this is our first of the new OCs, actually. It is Kokoro Serizawa. Created by Ezra, it is the ultimate survivalist. I was gonna say, got a little, bandage and a little scar there, it takes a lot to survive that. If that happened to me, I'd be down and out. I'd be down and out for the count. I'd be like, nope. I can't go on. I need 2 eyes. I need my 20/20. I can't have 0/20. That's crazy. Ladies and gentlemen, Kokoro is here for the very first time. District 2 is now complete as we go on to District 3. And it's a returning green bean in Midori Mantisu. Midori, created by Shami, is the ultimate athlete. Is gonna go out here, maybe find a yeet ball, do some athletics, be more athletic than the rest of the competition. Will it be enough to survive today? We will see. And with Midori in District 3, for the first time another new OC, we have Koru Hyako. I'm sorry, Hyako. Not Hyaku. That's an O at the end there. I gotta get my glasses that I don't wear or have. Koru, created by Wisteria, the ultimate. Who knows? Who? I have no idea. I don't know. But you know what? Likes playing games, spending time with friends, and annoying said friends. You know what? I can vibe with that. I can vibe with that. I feel that. I feel that energy. Koru, the best of luck to you in your first outing. We'll move on to District 4, a pair that we know, and a pair that we Well, I don't know if we exactly love one of them, because they represent everything that I hate. The Ultimate Waffle Maker is back, created by Huge Squid 5769. It's Squid. And moving on to someone we don't despise, it is Scar. Scarlet Princess Scar is back again, created by Vampiric Princess Scar, the Ultimate. Who knows? I'm unsure. Uncertain. I wish I could tell you, but I don't know. Never give away your blood to vampires, kids. You know, you just make sure you keep your blood. Don't give it to vampires or mosquitoes. Don't let nobody suck your blood. No snakes. No vampires. No mosquitoes. None of them. Keep your blood to yourself, kids. District 5. For the first time, Echo is here. Echo. And Echo, created by Reiko, is the Ultimate Radio Operator, which is kind of dope. I saw that and I was like, okay, I'm here for that. You love to see it. Loves talking to people in board games, especially Monopoly. I played Monopoly recently. I lost, but I got second place through charity. Will Echo be able to win today, though? We will see teamed up in District 5 with a brand new Amber Burner. That's a really fun design, actually. Created by Silent Dust, the Ultimate Athletics as well. A couple athletes out here. Hey, you know what? Amber got the strength, got the strong arms. Look at that. Don't want to get hit by Amber. I'm sure the Flame Tribe is watching this one. They're like, oh my gosh, hold on a minute. Might be something worthwhile. That being said, that's our District 5. We gotta move on to District 6. Which brings us to a very interesting, very demonic Taz. In fact, not just very demonic, the ultimate demon created by Jazz is here. Loves himself, loves chaos, heck, and darkness. And I'll tell you what, that's a dangerous demon right there. Two color horns, a little green, a little purple. I like purple a lot. If it was real, I'm a big fan of Orpal though. That's an Orpal horn right there. That being said, remember kids, purple doesn't exist. It's a social construct and they can't tell you otherwise. Cup is also here, created by Splendid, the ultimate coffee maker. It's also Cup and there was a period there, so that is just Cup full stop. So every time you gotta say Cup, you gotta put a full stop afterwards. That's the end of a sentence right there. That is punctuated. And Cup looks to leave a mark on this competition today. As we shoot on over to District 7 for the first time in OC action, but not the first time in the channel, Marius Oblivion. And Marius, created by Way Too Dust, is the ultimate Way Too Duska, not Dust, is the ultimate hypnotist. If you recall, that is a former AEW OC Tag Team Champion in his own right. Can he win the singles title in the Hunger Games today? We will see from Danganronpa Shadows of Truth. And somebody else who is also competing in the AEW, we got ourselves a little Dokeshi. Kashi, that nightmare jester. We don't like to talk about that. No. We don't love our nightmare jesters. No. None of that. No, thank you. A little spooky to me. I'm over the spooks. No, look at the, that's some sharp teeth over there. I like my teeth. Look, if I'm talking to somebody and they're a nightmare or something, if they got sharp teeth, I gotta go the other way. Look that right there. That don't look too safe. Not too safe. But you know who is pretty safe? In District 8, we have LOCKOUT Simmons. At this point, kind of an all-star in OC action created by Theo Vellum, the ultimate thief. Keep that in mind. I was gonna say, not for nothing. Not for nothing, LOCKOUT Simmons, one of the greats in OC action, has, I believe his team won a winner-take-all situation. You know, he's had some championships. We had a semi-heist of the century moment, became tag team champion again. LOCKOUT has some accolades in OC action. Will winning that OC championship again be something to put on those accolades too. Teaming up with a TV head, Marco Lovetta, And as we see good old Marco, you know what, I despise TV heads, but I don't hate this one so much. Created by Cat Bubbles 532, aka KB, we have the ultimate, I don't know, suffering from memory loss. Hey, maybe you gotta adjust those antenna. Maybe you're not getting a clear signal, that's why you lost your memory. Maybe that is the case. Maybe Marco will figure it out, but honestly, probably not. As we move on to District 8, and it is a returning Takuto. Takuto has also found some success in these Hunger Games as well. Created by TBZ, the Ultimate Entertainer, formerly, now the Ultimate Prisoner, currently. Akira's twin brother, do not forget that. Former tag team champion, in both the AWE and the, Hunger Games, which is kind of wild. Very impressive, finding success everywhere he goes, even though he is jailed. Very jailed indeed. But as we move on to the other half of District 9, we see ourselves a new face, and it is Hironobu Ishiba. And good old Hironobu, is the one and only, created by Tiffany Chan, is the one and only Ultimate Stuntman. You gotta love that man's going on his motorcycles, driving everywhere. You got a little scarf, maybe an ascot situation over there? Hey, he knows what he's doing. That is a professional as they can get. Will Hironobu be able to clutch the victory today? We'll see. Good luck, Hiro. I need a hero. Doom, doom, I'm holding out for a hero. I'm also holding out for District 10. In the perfect 10, we have Magical Girl anime fan Zero Zone Ultimate Gunner, Hiyaso Goro. And she'll take you down. The Ultimate Gunner will mow you down, but with a smile on her face like that, I was like, oh, that's really nice. It also has a couple little freckles. I love the details. Love the details a lot. Hisayo. There we go. Hisayo. The best of luck to you. Tag teaming with our final new OC. Or not tag teaming, but in the same district. Tag teams are next week. That's Taylor's job. Oh, Taylor's gonna have to introduce a whole bunch of OCs. I'm sure he'll be fine. Marcy is here. Marcy, created by David, is the ultimate neutral. For the first time in OC action, Marcy has shown her face, you know, from time to time. But will Marcy be able to clutch up in the Hunger Games today? We will see, and that is the lot of our field. But that does leave us with a certain champion and a certain agent of chaos. And so we begin with Kiyoshi Nakamura. As I stated earlier, the champion who did not say die, the champion who did go on, and the champion who successfully retained in the premiere this season, going up against Momo Rusakov, our agent of chaos. Honestly, two, at this point, very recognizable names to OC action. One champion, one agent of chaos, and one more time. Let's hear it for our OCs. You'll love to see him for the first time in OC action in Season 17. Remember, next week we'll be right back. We will take it right back, and we'll be here with tag teams in the other simulator, and it will be with, you know, everybody's favorite good boy, I suppose, Taylor. So get excited for that. That being said, today could still be for the championship, so let's get that out of the way first, shall we? That's not how we get it out of the way. That's the wrong music. Go to the other one. Thank you. That is what I wanted. Because there's a real world possibility where we land in that red. And Kiyoshi may have to try and retain that championship again, so you spin me right round, baby, right round, but Momo says, no, I'm not feeling it today. Order remains. I must point out that this season is once again lockout rules. Top 12 today. If they earn top 12 again next time, that spot will be locked out. Last time we didn't have too many lockouts, surprisingly enough. This time around, however, we'll see how it all plays out. Without further ado, though, I can ask you guys your picks first, second, and third. Who do you got? Who do you think, outside of your own OC, pick 3 OCs that you like the most in today's episode. I will not be doing that because I love and appreciate all of our OCs. Y'all know what I'm talking about. I like to see all your creations. Give them a little spotlight. But the title not on the line today. That being said, top 12 is. So let me know who you got first, second, third. I will do my due diligence and call this right down the middle, I suppose. If I had to pick first, second, and third, I'm gonna pick Squid for first for the Jinx. For second, I guess I'll pick. I haven't really been jinxing that much this year, though. You know what I mean? I'll pick Keshi for second because, you know, that's a nightmare jester and I'm not here for that energy. Teeth too sharp. And for third, I'm gonna go for, we'll go for Cup. Because I'm not really a coffee drinker. If Cup was the ultimate, like, tea maker, I'd be like, you know what, Cup? Please go all the way. I'm jinxing 3 people today. Have a nice day. If somehow they win, I might scream. That being said, getting to the top 12 shouldn't be too difficult. Next time it will be. Without further ado, let's just get into this thing, shall we? I think we're ready. Remember, the OC report cards are available, and with any links that were in the notes section, they are kind of sort of linked in the as best as I can on the page that we use. Regardless, you know, you have the internet, you know how to locate things. I'm proud of you. You're smart. You're smarter than the average bear. I believe in you. That being said, let's get into this, shall we? It is singles OC action. And I think, oh, you know what? I meant to show you guys these ZZZ keychains. I did find them. This one, it's Grace Baby, and everybody's favorite, Burnus, go. There's also one all the way up here that I guess I'm gonna unclip right now. It's hanging on the top of this sign, which I feel like you guys can't really see, so I might move something else right there. Sometimes it's visible, sometimes it's not, but it's everybody's favorite rat. It's Jane, baby. I love the art on these, so I was like, yeah, let me get those real quick. And you know what? In honor of ZZZ, Z is the 26th letter of the alphabet, so let's simulate 26 times. How about that? Shall we? So not 1 time. Not 2 times. Not 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 times. Not 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, or 22, 23, or 24, 25, but one more time and we start this thing. Shall we? For the 26th time? It's on, baby. Golden, Kyra, Mizuki, Kokoro, Midori, Koryu, Squid, Scar, Echo, Amber, Taz, Cup, Marius, Keshi, Legold, Marco, Takuto, Hironobu, Hisayo, Marcy, Kiyoshi, Momo. Let's proceed, shall we? The tributes are all here, and for them, many for the first time. The horns sound. Sound the horns. Thank you, Horn Bears, for the first time in OC action in Season 17. Let's make it happen as Taz, Kokoro, and Golden assist each other in getting the best of weapons. Mizuki and Echo fight for a bag. Mizuki strangles Echo with the straps and runs. There is actually still a world where chaos reigns. Oh boy. Regardless, Takuto runs away from the cornucopia. Marco forces Legold to start singing, "Please give me wings." Scar begs for one of the weapons that Marcy's picked up. She feels bad and reluctantly gives it to Scar. Marius and Midori fight Hisayo and Amber. Hisayo and Amber survive, which means Marius and Midori are out of this one. Cup runs away from the cornucopia. Kyra runs away from the cornucopia. Keshi cries in despair, accomplishing nothing. Squid also runs away from the cornucopia. If Hironobu is the Agent of Chaos, which was so very close, so very close to our Agent of Chaos who's in the next event, and their target champion is still alive, Chaos reigns, but I'd like to point out that now neither of them are alive because Koru windmills his arms, charging into the arena with his eyes closed, what results in a path of destruction, and in this wake, Momo, the Agent of Chaos, and the champion Kiyoshi are both obliterated. My gosh. OMG. What a moment for Koru taking out the two biggest players in this match as day one begins. Also Koru saying, hey, it's Koru Day, baby. Picks up Takuto, slams Takuto right through a table. Legault, me and Legault. I do love Legault, so I think it's true that we go way back, baby. Hironobu is still alive. Kokoro wants to be a stepping stone for everyone else. Amber sets up an ice cream shack. Squid comes and buys some. It was delicious. Let go. Brick is stepped on by Mizuki, but they shrug off the pain. Scar's in the wrong Hunger Games show. Taz, Hisayo, Marcy, and Marco track down and kill Kyra. Golden rests in a fruit tree. Cup catches the despair disease and starts posing dramatically, and Keshi and Avi, we go. No, we don't. We will proceed though. That was day one, and unless there's an arena event, we lost 6. Champion and Agent of Chaos both eliminated in one single windmill, and it's a Claire de Lune for all involved. Echo, Echo, Echo. Marius, Midori, Momo, Kiyoshi, Kyra. That's 6, and I want to tell you, we didn't have like, this isn't a massive game, so as we look, there are 16 left. The next 4 that perish are the ones that are going to have to work in that second game. Will we see some lockouts? We'll see. There's a world where we have just a game of 12 in the finale. That being said, I don't think that's going to be the case. Let's proceed and we'll see what happens. Shall we? We still have Golden, Mizuki, Kokoro. Koru, who has made a name for himself early, Squid and Scar. Amber, Taz, Cup. Dokeshi, Legault, Marco, Takuto, Hironobu, Hisayo, Marcy are our final 16. Who will make it to the final 12? It will potentially be Golden, as Golden finds a special charm that allows him to transform into a magical girl. Now, it's time to fight evildoers, baby. Marco finds a big red button, presses it immediately as if he had a death wish. Much to their disappointment, though, the button does nothing. Hironobu is plagued by a recurring nightmare. Cup and Mizuki discuss if a big stone is a boulder or a rock. Amber sees a shooting star and wishes Legault didn't exist. Come the morn, Legault fades slowly out of existence. Oh no, Legault. You got one more opportunity. Kokoro can't decide whether Keshi should live or die. Marcy locks Koru in a coffin, buries him alive, but Koru manages to escape. Takuto, Hisayo, and Scar have a battle at the edge of a cliff. The ground suddenly gives way, and Takuto and Hisayo fall over the edge. Oh my gosh, Scar survives as Taz and Squid take some pictures of the Aurora Borealis before going to sleep for the night. Another 2 gone here, 3 gone. I think we just lost 3 this time, so the next person I believe who perishes is not going to have a great day, and that person is not Taz, who does a sick kickflip and fails the landing, falls flat on their face. Not Squid or Golden, who enter a rebuttal showdown. Cup takes a sip of tea, but the scalding hot liquid proves too much for him, and he spits it into Marco's face, which, survivable. Amber and Keshi look for more people to become friends with. Okay, fair enough. Marcy goes on a serial balloon popping spree. Koru finds the secret stash of pancakes that I hypothetically hinted at. Hironobu is trapped in a box with a small device that can release a deathly poison every hour. Is he dead? Is he alive? We can only find out if we click proceed. That is a big question, because if that happens, everyone else is in the top 12. If not, one more still. Kokoro is still alive, and bullying a Mizuki? Not cool, Scar. It's time to find out. Are we at our final 12, or did Hironobu survive? We are not at your final 12. The poison was not released. We are at your final 13, which means after this, Claire de Lune 4. LOCKOUT, Takuto, Hisayo. We know that this will not be for the championship, but we will see everybody's statuses. One of these competitors will not be in the final 12 and we'll have to fight as hard as possible next time. Who will not make the top 12? Will it be Golden, Mizuki, Koru, Squid, Scar, Amber, Taz, Cup, Keshi, Marco, Hironobu, or Marcy? Those are your final 13. Which one will not go on, or rather will have to fight stronger next time? Golden, Koru, and Cup enter a scrum debate. I'm sorry, Golden, Koru, and Cup enter a scrum debate with Scar, Kokoru, and Keshi. They argue over which is the worst start. Y'all know which one I think it is. Y'all know. It's Tepig. Taz just delivers an in fact, I don't know if anybody's favorite starter is Tepig. That's what I think is the most important thing. Taz delivers an intense motivational speech to Squid and Marco, inspiring them to give it their all this game. Marcy gets a hold of my soundboard. Within the hour, they are struck down for using copyrighted music. Mizuki spends all of their perk points maxing out luck. Hironobu wants to protect the airplanes in the night sky like shooting stars. Hikawillow uses a wish right now, wish right now, wish right now. Amber attempts to find all the lore on Slugmaface. I don't know if anybody died that time. Golden becomes spherical. Amber, Mizuki, Marco corner Kokoru and are about to kill her, and when suddenly she pulls out a grappling hook, uses it to escape. Keshi's hat matches very well with her giant robot. Well, I guess it's an Orpal and black giant robot. Because maybe it's got stars on it too. Hironobu eats dirt, yum. Taz turns the Statue of Liberty into freaking Sayaka. Scar uses the seesaw effect to kill Cup. Marcy sets up an ice cream shack, nobody comes. Koru's allergies are so bad he sneezes the arena back to April. And Squid plays chess with death and wins. I think Cup might be the only one. Yes, and Cup is unfortunately the one who will have to work hard next time as well. Everybody who remains is in the finale. And so without further ado, it is a Clair de Lune for Cup. Tragic. You hate to see it, but congratulations to our top 12. They are all here. They will be playing Lockout rules in the next OC singles episode. It will be Golden, Mizuki, Kokoro, Koru, Squid, Scar, Amber, Taz, Dokeshi, Marco, Hironobu, and Marcy. They make it to the finale, and they're going to be doing their best to make sure it is just a final 12 at the end of it. Will they do so? Who will lock people out? Let's see next time. But this time, it's all about getting that momentum. This time, it's about seeing who wins. And this time, we got to proceed to see who comes out on top. Let's play it out. Final 12, 2 more into your saving grace picks. Now we are in, okay, I was going to say everybody's doing their things. As Mizuki, Koru, and Golden enter scrum debate with Taz, Hironobu, and Amber, they argue over who should be the champion in the event of a tie. Every day, Kokoro imagines a future where she could be with Marco. Doodaloo, doodaloo, doo-doo-doo-doo-doo-doo. Keshi and Scar get into a heated argument. Keshi has had enough of Scar's crap and kills her. Rest in peace, but just getting that top 12. And despite Marcy's desperate begging, Squid decides to leave her campsite. We are down to 11, and 11 quickly turns. Still to 11 from what I see. As Mizuki wants to be a stepping stone for everyone else, Squid sits down and has a talk to Mizuki. Says, hold on, no, we gotta have a talk with them. Koru steals a tray of Kokoru's freshly baked cookies. Golden challenges Amber and Keshi to an anything goes pancaking competition. I actually need to add a name here. That would be Amber. Amber, you will remember. Let me see. Amber, congratulations. You've entered the World Pancake Championship match. The best of luck to you. As Hironobu tells Marco that they are not a clown but the entire circus, and Taz gets smashed in the face with a crowbar by Marcy. I think that's actually 2 gone, so I think we are at your final 10. It is! We got a full set of 10. It's gonna be hard for your saving grace picks, but it's gonna be good for everybody who's not in this Clair de Lune for Scar, Taz, They are in the top 12, so they're guaranteed a spot for the title. However, they ain't winning this game. See everybody's statuses. You know who is winning? I don't know. I'm gonna have to actually ask you who's gonna win. Are all three of the people who I said? No, one of them is gone. Excellent. Maybe I jinxed Cup, but I think my other two picks are doing so well that I can't call it a jinx. However, I can call it time for your saving grace picks. We are within a full final 12, which means picking first, second, and third is still a little bit of a shot in the dark. We got Golden, the hero of the AW in District 1. District 2 is still completely in. In fact, they are the only district that is still completely in, Mizuki and Kokoro. District 3 still has Koru, who had a very strong start. Will Koru end it the same way he started it? Squid in District 4. District 5 sees Amber, who's earned a spot in the World Pancake Championship match. District 7 sees Keshi. 8 sees Marco. 9 sees Hironobu. And District 10 sees Marcy. And that is your top 10. Make your picks first, second, and third in the comments. You may have made your picks before if your picks are all still in, which is possible. Make some new picks if they're not. If they are, hey, good on you, because like 2 of my picks are still in, so I'm going to stick with that jinxing. Give me Squid still for first, going to jinx the heck out of him. Give me Keshi for second, eat that jinx up. And for third, who am I going to... I'm going to jinx Amber, just because Amber's already gotten a World Pancake Championship opportunity. Amber don't need to win this whole game too, unless... Those are my picks for the top 3. Hopefully you guys have made yours, and in the comments below. I hope you're having a good day. It's Thursday. It's almost the end of the week. It's almost the weekend, so get ready for it. We got one more day, including tomorrow, which is another on the beaten path, and it should be a fantastic one. Without further ado, though, it is your final 10. And Golden, Mizuki, Kokoro, and Koru. Squid, Amber, Keshi, and Marco. Hironobu and Marcy are all caught, with their hearts beating with the same pulse, the same determination, perhaps even the same fate as that of a samurai woman. It is your final 10. One will go on to be the best of the best today. Who will it be? I'm unsure. The feast is on the horizon. Will it happen after the next proceed? Amber has no more motivation. Golden charges his ultimate move. In a team building exercise, Mizuki and Keshi tell each other what they hate about one another, and Koru and Hironobu are trapped in a box for the night and decide to use their imaginations to liven things up. Marcy finds a dark Dave and befriends it. Kokoro, disowns Marco for being a disgrace to the family, and Squid never wants to hear Megalovania ever again. Nobody perishes, but when the feast comes, like right now, it's not the feast, surprisingly enough. In fact, it's the Pokemon Infinite Bike theme, according to Marco. Well, okay. Squid, Kokoro, Hironobu, Marcy, Keshi, and Amber have a scrum debate over what the best Pop-Tart flavor is, which changes for me a lot. Right now, it's a wild berry. Golden dyes his hair gold. Fitting. Mizuki's allergies are so bad they sneeze, they run it back to April, but it is... Okay. Kokoro gets a hold of my soundboard and plays the Pokemon Infinite Fusion bike theme while I hit it from the top, baby. Actually, I don't think we're hitting anything because it's about to be... Oh, wait, nobody died, so it's... Yeah, we're gonna continue, baby. As Marcy accuses Avi of not being the real Avi. I would never. Unless. Some things are just naturally angry. Creepers, zombies, and Koru. Mark rumors about the year of the horizon, which I think was 2020, which is crazy. Mizuki submits an application to join the squad. Kokoro finds a laptop open to the Hunger Games simulations, sees the event where she dies. True to the simulation, Keshi stabs Kokoro. Golden catches Amber off guard and kills her. Squid puts on a suave top hat, how fancy. And Hironobu gets a hold of my soundboard and plays something absolutely glorious. No, I won't give in till I'm victorious. I will defend. Ladies and gentlemen, are we feeling glorious to the feast? The tributes gather food, weapons, and memoirs from an absolutely glorious feast as Golden spears Hironobu in the abdomen. Marco says people die there and does not go. Mizuki sets off an explosive BAM! Killing Keshi. Marcy catches Koru off guard and kills him, and Squid also decides not to attend the feast. But we still have one more day to get through. One more glorious day. And we shall get through it as we click proceed to see. Marcy can't believe. Can't wait to kill Sayaka this game. The rating pistol rates Golden 92 points. Squid believes in Santa Claus. Mizuki believes in the Easter Bunny. But Marco believes in Joe Hendry. Marco believes in Joe Hendry. Cause he loves him in London and Paris and Tokyo, America, Scotland and Canada and Mexico. He says Marco believes in Joe Hendry. Marco believes in Joe Hendry. You know what? Keep that thing playing as we hit our fallen tributes. Kokoro, Amber, Hironobu, Keshi, and Koru. Wave your hands from side to side and sing, I believe in Joe Hendry. Thanks, Marco. Keep believing. Okay, we're done here. Give me the regular clear name. See everybody says, oh, I'm gonna have to edit that. Golden, Mizuki, Squid, Marco, and Marcy are our final 5. Who will come out clutch and be #1 at the end of this thing? And more importantly, do you believe? I do, and you know what? Now I believe in Marco, baby. Without further ado, though, I got one more pick in, so, you know, maybe they'll get jinxed. It is a final 5, and between them, Golden, Mizuki, Squid, Marco, and Marcy are all common we like to call a crisis of fate. Let's make it happen. Sea Captain, next round sees. Unable to get a fire going. Mizuki, Marcy, and Marco, the triple M's, are forced to huddle together for warmth. Squid bashes Golden's head against a rock several times. Geez Louise, Golden claiming 5th today, but it is Squid versus the triple M's. As Squid, Marcy, Mizuki hold an intervention for my pancake addiction. Why would I show up if the ultimate waffle maker is there? No thank you. Bye-bye. In fact, I should slaughter them all for that. However, Marco receives a first aid kit from the comment section in the arena events. There is not. And instead, it is one terrible turnabout for Golden. These are dark times. That being said, see everybody's statuses. We are down to Mizuki, Squid, Marco, and Marcy. Still a crisis of fate. One will come out on top, or 2, or none. You know how these things work, and you know what it is. You're not new here, and if you are, welcome in, welcome aboard. One person could win, nobody could win, there could be a tie. Or, you know, there's some options. We'll see what those options will be as we proceed to see Marco and Marcy having a pose-off. Marcy wins. You thought it was Mizuki, but it was me, Dio. And Squid had it coming. You're dang right he did. Finally, Simulator. You're dang right. You said exactly what I was thinking. We were all thinking. As someone who's the ultimate waffle maker, of course he had it coming. Yeah. Wave your hands from side to side and sing, I believe Squid had it coming. Alright, we're done. Proceed. I think we're in her final 3, actually. Yeah. Mizuki offers all their friendship to Marco, and it seems to be a lie. Marcy seems to be alive, but it's a lie. That brings us down to Mizuki versus Marco. In your final 2, can we have a quick terrible turnabout for? Squid had it coming. Marcy. We see everybody's statuses. We are down to your final 2. It comes down to Mizuki and Marco. And between them, Mizuki and Marco, I have to ask you one question, and one question alone. Just who will it be? Mizuki, Marco, Butterfly. Mizuki, Marco, butterfly in the sky. Anywho, we are at your final two. Mizuki, Marco, one of them has come so close in a free-for-all at one point. Mizuki, Marco. We don't even know much about Marco. Marco had that old head bashed or something like that. Don't remember nothing. TV ad. You hate to see those TV ads. However, this TV ad does believe. But here's the thing. Marco believes in Joe Hendry. Do you believe in Marco? Mizuki, Marco. Both? Neither. Let's find out, let's proceed, because at the end of the day, Mizuki is unable to convince Marco not to kill them. I asked you one question, and one question alone. And that question was, do you believe in Marco? Because say his name and he will win. I believe in Marco. I believe in Marco. From District 8, he outlasted everyone. He outlasted them from the reaping to the bloodbath to the to the feast too. From night 1, night 7, day 8, and night 2. They say, I believe in Marco. I believe in Marco. I can't believe it. He did it. Through the power of belief. You gotta love it. Wave your hands. For Marco, wave them from side to side. Do you believe? Do you believe in Marco? You know what? Good on you, Marco. Give me the actual ending music. That's not it. That's the one. We had fun today. That's what these OC games are all about. And Marco, you might not believe, you might not remember anything, but you do believe. And through the power of belief, you survived tonight. And that brings us to your top 12. From 12th, Scarlet. 11th, Taz. Kokoro. 10th, Amber. 9th, Hironobu. 8th, Dokeshi. 7th, Koru. 6th, Golden. 5th, Squid. 4th, Marcy. 3rd, Mizuki. 2nd, and if you believed, if you waved your hands, if you clapped in Marco for first. That means Cup, Hisayo, Takuto, Legault, Kyra, Kiyoshi, Momo, Midori, Marius, Echo do not have a spot guaranteed. If Chaos does not reign, Kiyoshi is guaranteed a spot. But if it does, he still has to work his way up. He has to work his way into the championship match. And remember, that's not what I was gonna say. There's the free-for-all. There's a lot of opportunities for that Chaos to reign. So we will see about that. That being said, that's our episode. We will proceed one more game to see. Start with Mizuki and Echo holding a bag, and Mizuki schmurdering poor Echo, and it all ended with Mizuki was involved in the first and last event, which is kind of interesting. Unable to convince Marco not to kill them. There it is. Marco, do you believe in Marco? Marco, once again in first, there's our top 10. There's your top districts, and Amber, 3 KOs, with the same as Hisayo. Good on Hisayo. Marcy as well, and Scar, all of them with 3 KOs. Went kind of wild. Keshi with 2, Golden with 2, Koru 2, Marco 2, Mizuki 2. Squid had it coming, but so Taz had 1 as well. That is our game. I think this is a fun game. I'm actually very happy with this. Let's go back to the reaping one more time. You know, if you weren't in that top 12, you gotta fight because it's lockout rules. You gotta make sure you fit into the top 12 next time, or you are locked out of the finale. We'll see. We'll see. We will see indeed. It is what it is. I'm taking off. Tomorrow I gotta get ready because there's more Hunger Games tomorrow. Not for nothing. It'll be a Friday episode, and it'll be my day. It's weird doing things on Thursday because that's a little crazy. Next time it won't be me. Thank goodness. It'll be everybody's favorite. It will be the one and only. It will be Taylor, running tag team OC action. So get ready for him, show him some love, and hopefully he doesn't have a mental breakdown or any sort of anything. I'm sure everything will go well and nothing will go wrong. Until next time, I'm taking off. Toodaloo Flight Crew, thank you for watching.